Welcome to the Decoupler Quick Start tutorial for the Godot game engine. In this tutorial we will show how to set up, install, and use Decoupler with a simple example. Starting with an empty project, locate the echo17 Decoupler folder from the Decoupler package and copy it into your own project. Browse to the Decoupler folder and follow the instructions in the README file to install the plugin. Go to the Project menu and select Project Settings. Switch to the Auto Load tab and browse to the Decoupler folder, selecting the Decoupler GD script file. Set the node name to Decoupler with a capital D and then click the Add button. Ensure that the enabled checkbox is set to True. Let's create a new scene of type Node. Click the play button and set the current scene as the startup scene. You will see an empty window. Close this so that we can now add some elements to our scene. Start by adding a button as a child to the root node. This button will be the sender in our example. Set some button properties and move it in your scene. Attach a script to the button node. In the Buttons Node tab, double-click the button down signal and connect it to your sender script. Here we will tell Decoupler to broadcast an event named Send Message, which in this example is just a simple Hello World string. Play the scene again and click the button. Note that nothing is happening yet since we have not set up any listeners for our event. Select the root node and add a child node of type Label. We will rename this node as Listener1. Attach a script to the listener label. In the script's ready method, tell Decoupler to listen to any event's name, Send Message. We will use self as the listener object since we will be handling the event trigger in this script. Create a method named SendMessage. This is the method that will be triggered when Decoupler broadcasts the SendMessage event. We will set up one parameter named message of type string. Decoupler can handle any parameter type, but in this example, we know that Decoupler is broadcasting a message of type string. Set this label's text field to the contents of the message. Position the label in the scene so that it is more visible. Now when we play the scene and click the button, Decoupler will broadcast a send message event which is then received by the listener label. Let's add another child node to our root node and make it a color rect type. Rename this new node as Listener2. Position the color rect in the scene so that it is more visible. Attach a script to Listener2 and set it to listen to the send message event in the ready method. Even though the event has a string parameter, for this listener we will ignore the message contents, instead reacting to just the event itself by changing the color of the rect to red. Play the scene again and click the button. We will now see both listeners reacting to the same send message event, but in different ways. This was a very simple example, but hopefully it demonstrated the powerfulness of Decoupler in any project. You can use this plugin to simplify your code, isolate and decouple the pieces of your project, and develop in teams without concerns for dependencies. I hope that you can find many uses for this software in your own projects. Happy coding!